Welcome to my channel. Please like, comment and subscribe. In this video, we are going to talk about pet insurance that covers pre-existing condition. If you are shopping for pet insurance, it is important to understand the limitation of the policy, such as treatment for pre-existing condition, which can add up. Just like car insurance, which does not cover accidents before coverage begins, pet insurance typically will not cover any expenses related to ailments or injuries that are already present. Knowing what counts as a pre-existing condition is crucial. And then the next discussion is about, does pet insurance cover pre-existing condition? Due to cost of treatment pre-existing conditions and the relatively short lifetime of a pet, dog live an average 10 or to 13 years depending on the breed. Pet insurance generally excludes pre-existing condition from coverage. It is a numbers problem. Pet insurance don't have the luxury of charging many years of premiums in order to offset claims payment for pre-existing condition. Pet insurance companies usually consider a pre-existing condition to be an illness or injury that started prior to coverage beginning, including any waiting period. It is important to point out that even if the pet was not diagnosed with an injury or illness, an insurer may still deny coverage if they were showing any signs or symptoms of one prior to coverage starting, says Alex Stone, founder petinsurer.com, a pet insurance comparison provider. For example, if your dog was limping before your waiting period and coverage started, treatment for the leg wouldn't be covered by the plan. The next discussion is, what are pet pre-existing conditions? Some pet insurance companies put pre-existing condition into buckets: curable and incurable condition. Curable pre-existing condition, pet insurance companies such as Embrace cover curable pre-existing condition as long as any recurrence is at least 12 months from the date of the last problem. ASPCA's pet insurance plan will not consider a condition pre-existing if it is curable and there are no symptoms for 180 days, excluding knee and ligament condition. If the condition recurs after 180 days, it can be covered like new problems. Some examples of curable conditions include bladder infection, diarrhea, ear infection, respiratory infection, urinary tract infection, vomiting. Incurable pre-existing condition. On the other hand, there are pre-existing conditions that pet insurance companies consider incurable, such as allergies, arthritis, bladder, crystals, cancer, diabetes, epilepsy, heart disease, hip dysplasia, kidney disease, orthopedic conditions, urinary blockage. Many of these conditions require repeat veterinarian visits, ongoing medication, and sometimes even surgery. Incurable pre-existing conditions will not be covered by pet insurance. Pay close attention to bilateral exclusions. A bilateral illness or injury is a condition that impacts the left and right sides of the body, such as hip dysplasia or a cruciate ligament tear. Since there is a greater chance of a pet experiencing the same condition on the opposite sides of their body, many insurance companies have bilateral exclusions in their policies. In other words, if your pet had treatment on one side of its body before the policy started, then the other side will not be covered later. If your pet experiences a bilateral condition after a coverage starts, it will be covered just fine. And then, how to determine what pet conditions are insurable? As a pet owner, you may struggle to identify what qualifies as a pre-existing condition and what your pet insurance plan will cover. For this reason, pet insurance companies like Embrace and Pet Best runs medical history reviews on a pet. Medical history reviews are designed to pinpoint any conditions that your policy will not cover. You will know exactly what expenses you will be responsible for. The medical review will take place after you apply for a policy. Once the review is complete, The insurers will often give you the option to cancel if you feel the coverage is not sufficient for your pet's needs. Finding the right insurance for a pet with a pre-existing issues. Even if your pet has a pre-existing condition, you can still obtain pet insurance and it will cover the condition not related to the pre-existing condition. Here are things to keep in mind. Be a proactive pet owner. You will want to take care of the injury or illness as soon as possible. So, the matter does not worsen, resulting in astronomical vet bills. Taking the proper precautions can help prevent other accidents or illness from appearing due to the condition staged. Keep up to date with your pet's vaccinations. The last thing you want to your pet to get sick because you didn't keep them up to date with the shots. Many insurers will deny a claim if your pet becomes ill because they were not vaccinated according to your veterinarian guidance. Compare pet insurance policies. Even though pet insurance will not cover incurable pre-existing condition, you can find suitable coverage to handle other medical expenses. Compare the obvious thing like a monthly price and deductible, but also look at other factors such as waiting periods and whether coverage is reduced when your pet gets older. When you select an insurance provider for your pet, you are really trusting the provider to be your pet's partner for life. This is really important when it comes to making a claim because if you switch to another pet insurance provider during your pet's lifetime, then any claims with your previous insurer will be treated as pre-existing by the new provider and therefore wouldn't be covered, Stone says. Buy pet insurance yearly on a pet owners who have a pets with pre-existing conditions should know the financial burden pets will have. Thus, purchasing a pet insurance policy early on can help minimize the costs associated with the same issue occurring in the future, says Melissa Guterres, a spokesperson for Pets Best. Consider pet insurance alternative. Companies like USO and PUB offer alternatives to insurance that provide a way to help pay a pet medical expenses. PUB, for example, offers membership benefits services providing up to 3,000 US dollar for emergency veterinary bills for a pet, including pre-existing condition, for 19 US dollar a month. And then which pet insurance companies cover pre-existing conditions? Generally, pet insurance companies do not cover incurable pre-existing conditions such as cancer, diabetes, and hip dysplasia, but some pet insurance companies will cover what are considered curable pre-existing conditions such as bladder infection, diarrhea, and ear infection. Here are examples of pet insurance companies that cover curable pre-existing conditions. ASPCA Pet Insurance. ASPCA Pet Insurance covers curable pre-existing condition except for knee and ligament condition if your pet is free of symptoms and treatments for 180 days. Costco Pet Insurance. Costco Pet Insurance from Vigo may cover conditions that are considered curable and recommends you contact customers' experience to determine if your pet's condition qualifies. Embrace Pet Insurance cover curable pre-existing condition if your pet is symptoms and treatment free for 12 months. And then Vigo Pet Insurance may cover conditions that are considered curable and recommends contacting customer experience to determine if your pet's condition qualifies. And then Lemonade Pet Insurance will consider coverage for conditions that have been cured and resolved for at least 12 months. Eligibility requirements depend on your state. Pets Best. Pet Best Insurance cover common curable pre-existing condition except for knee and ligament condition if the condition has been free of symptoms and treatments for 180 days. And then Prudent Pet Insurance may cover an illness or injury that is a one-time incident that resolves on its own or through treatment if your pet's condition has been resolved by a licensed veterinarian and remains free of treatment for related symptoms for at least 1 year. Your pet's condition may be covered. And then Pumpkin Pet Insurance cover curable condition except for knee and ligament condition that have been free for treatment and symptoms for 180 days. And then there is also MetLife Pet Insurance cover curable by existing condition when they have been resolved and free of symptoms for a period of time such as 180 days or 12 months. Thank you so much guys for watching. Don't forget to give like, comment, and subscribe. Bye guys, see you in another video.